And so the binge must come to an end for me. This is Stranger Things Season 2, Chapter 7, The Lost Sister. Great standalone episode. I'm really impressed by this episode. Wow, it took me by surprise because it was a very 11-centric episode focused primarily on 11, and she took the side quest to go find her lost sister. Turned out to be 8, number 8, which I find fascinating. This was a risk that could have not worked out, but in my opinion, I actually dug this episode. I like Eight's ability to create illusions in your head. That was pretty neat. We're kind of like entering X-Men territory here in a sense, and maybe that's why I enjoyed it as much. But it didn't get too carried away, you know. But I like the dynamic, the bond between these two sisters. At first, 8, she seemed like she was just conniving and selfish, just trying to use 11 to get her own ways. But at the end of this episode, you get a sense that she truly does care about her. And, you know, it hurt her watching 11 disband her and disband her group. So, yeah, I really dug this episode. I love this episode, actually. Wow, I just, mainly due to Millie Brown, her performance is outstanding in this episode. Just, I hope she gets nominated again, and it would be this episode, because she's really coming to her own. I love the look they gave her. They gave her like that biker chick, badass fucking look. You know, they fucking gelled back her hair and put like mascara underliner right here, her eyes. She just looked like a rock star. You go, 11. You go, L. I love that. And then her decision to go back to Hawkins to save Mike, to save Hopper. I love when she heard what Hopper had to say. You know, that he's sorry, you know, he misses her and all this. I love that. I love that she was getting flashbacks of Mike and Hopper because those two characters are so important. Of course, you know, the rest of the gang as well, you know. So, yeah, her home is in Hawkins with the rest of the characters. That's where she belongs, and I'm glad she realized that at the end of this episode. And it was interesting that her sister took her on this revenge mission. She kept telling her, pushing her abilities, testing her, provoking her to see how far she can use her abilities, basically using her anger, you know. And then when they broke into that one guy's house, by the way, I seen that actor before. He's a very fantastic character actor. Elle almost did kill him, but then she realized he had 2 daughters of his own, and she couldn't do it. And I was so glad she didn't kill him, because if she did, that she would just go down this dark path, and that I would hate to see one of my favorite characters of the show just go down that path, because I that's not who she is. I don't think that's who she is, and I don't think that's who she deserves to be. So, God, it was just thinking about it. It's just so moving. Just tugged on my heart. Really, it was a very emotional moment. And just her performance, like I said, just blew everyone out of the water. It's just fantastic. Just great standalone episode. I really, really appreciate the direction they took. And now she's going back to save them and to kick ass. I can't wait. I'm itching to maybe do one more. I got 2 more episodes. I don't know if I have it in me to continue and do another one. But fuck it, I think I'm going to have to, because I'm so curious to see what happens next. But yeah, I'm going to cut this one short. I thought it was a fantastic episode. I'm going to give this a 9.5 out of 10. This will be one of the episodes where we will look back on Stranger Things and just appreciate, you know, the route it took, you know, that it distinguishes itself from the main storyline to focus on Elle and just to give us, you know, more character development from her. It's just always a joy when you get creators and writers that focus on one centralized character and really flesh out the character with a unique storyline like this one. So I loved it. It was great. Post your comments if you reached this point. What did you think about this episode? Did you appreciate the fact it was a standalone 11 episode? Did you think it mirrored a lot of X-Men in certain scenes? Yeah, post your comments. Let me know what you thought. And I'll catch you in the next one.